Hello, good morning student. Today we will discuss angular momentum of a rigid body. In this chapter we have already learned about the center of mass, RCM, M1 R1 plus M2 R2 upon M1 plus M2. We have discussed about the torque R cross F. Both are perpendicular to each other. Torque is the force in rotational motion. So R cross F, R is perpendicular to torque, F is perpendicular to torque. That we have already discussed. Apart from that, we have discussed the cross product of two vectors, A cross B. If we take two vectors A cross B, it will be equal to AB sin theta and cap. This we have discussed. So in rotational motion, today we will see how angular momentum works. And angular momentum is totally related with the rotation. You know, the angular momentum of electron. Sometimes the motion of electron is clockwise. It is like this. So when it is moving, it is anti-clockwise motion. So anti-clockwise motion, anti-clockwise torque will be upward direction. And when it is moving like this, so the direction will be this. In chemistry, you know the plus half is spin, minus half is spin. This we know plus half and minus half is spin, corresponding to clockwise motion and anti-clockwise motion. But what is the angular momentum of linear body? What is the angular momentum of Earth? That we have to see. First of all, consider one object of mass m, and that object is placed in a plane. This is one plane, and here we have one particle P. P is the position, or you can say that this point is O dash, and we have one particle of mass m placed here. Its coordinate is r. At point O dash, we have one rigid body, or we have a particle. Now its coordinate is r. Suppose if we apply one momentum vector here, this vector you can extend here. So if we apply one momentum vector here, this is a momentum vector P, and that will be equal to m into v. When we apply momentum vector here, that torque angular momentum will be given by, angular momentum is represented with L. L it is equal to P into perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation. Perpendicular distance from axis of rotation. That definition, axis of rotation. Now here you see, when we say the axis of rotation, suppose this angle is theta, then draw one perpendicular. This is one perpendicular ON. So ON is perpendicular to this, and this is also perpendicular to R. So angular momentum will be given by L equal to P into ON. Now we can say the equation number 1. This is our equation number 1. Angular momentum L equal to P. P is vector, and that will be the linear vector. So P into ON. We can calculate ON by using the trigonometry sin theta it is equal to, in this triangle, this theta, so this will be theta. This will be perpendicular. Sin theta ON upon OP sin theta, this is equal to ON upon OP. OP is R, so we can say R sin theta, it is equal to ON. This will be the equation number 2. Now we can use both the equations. When we put the value of ON in this equation, from equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, we will get L, it is equal to R P. Which P? This P. ON is R sin theta. R sin theta. We can write R P sin theta. This is equal to L, or we can write L equal to R cross P. The angular momentum, it is equal to linear momentum into perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation. L equal to R cross P. And which in this both will be perpendicular. R will be perpendicular to L, P will be perpendicular. Or the product of R and P, iska product, R and P product will be in the direction, and that will give the direction of angular momentum. For example, this is R and this is P. So when we apply P momentum, so particle may rotate like this. Or if we apply P like this, the particle may rotate like this. So that direction. Now here if it is R, या फिर आप ऐसा मान सकते हो कि R in this direction and you are applying force here. So the system will go, the direction will come out. If it is x axis, it is y axis. On y axis the particle, when we apply force on momentum vector, the direction will be perpendicular to this. X R cross P, it is equal to L. It follows the straightly follows the vector law of vector cross product. For example, if we have the momentum vector P is 2y plus 3j minus k, and R is given by I plus j plus k, then what will be the angular momentum in that case? So in that case, the angular momentum will be given by L equal to R cross P. We will put I, J, K, and then I, J, K 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. So we will write 1, 1, 1. And then P is it's 2, 3, minus 1. Then matrix method. I, when we take I, leave this column, this row 1 into 1, minus 1. Then this, it will be minus 3. Then J, it will be minus. So leave this and this 1 into 1, minus 1. 2 into 2, 1 into 2, minus 2. Plus K, it will be 3 into 2. So the final answer will be angular momentum L equal to minus 4I minus, it will be minus 3 minus plus 3J and plus K. This will be the angular momentum of the vector. Similarly, now we will discuss the Newton's law of motion in this case. Will Newton's law or is Newton's law follow the same rule? Follow the angular momentum. Like linear momentum, you know, R cross P. In linear momentum, Newton's law of motion holds, and in linear motion, Newton's law of motion, how it is, the rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to force. So here, how Newton's law of motion will apply in this case, that we will see. For that we will require the product of two vectors R cross P. Product of two vectors d by dx uv. So it is first function into second function plus second function into first function. This we will see. This we will use. This is called the product rule. In product rule to find out the differentiation of two functions when they are in multiplication. The rule is there for division also, but this rule is for the when function in multiplication. So how to prove Newton's second law in rotation motion? Newton's second law of motion, or prove that tau equal to dl by dt. Let us begin with L equal to R cross P. When we say L equal to R cross P, so here L is angular momentum, R is position vector, P is momentum vector. Differentiate both the sides. Differentiation dl by dt. dl by dt, it will be d by dt of R cross P. Here we have two functions, so we can apply this first function, differentiation of second function, plus second function into differentiation of first function. This will become dl by dt. This is equal to first function into differentiation of second function plus second function into differentiation of cross first function. So dl by dt, it is equal to R cross dp by dt, the rate of change of linear momentum, that is force, plus p into dr by dt, the rate of change of distance, that is called the instantaneous velocity. So it will be d vector, this will be this. After that, R cross F is nothing but it is torque, and this R cross of dl by dt, and this is tau, and this is R cross F to R cross F, and this will be plus mv cross v. So this factor will be 0. Why it will be 0? Because when we say v cross v, the cross product of two vector will be what? v sin 0, and it will be 0. So v cross v will be 0. So this factor will be 0. dl by dt. Hence we can say that dl by dt, this is equal to R cross F plus 0. R cross F equal to 0, and R cross F, it is nothing but it is the torque. dl by dt, the rate of change of angular momentum, it is force. The rate of change of angular momentum, dl by dt, it is force. Mechanically, this is called the Newton's second law of motion in rotational motion. This derivation is very important. Tau equal to dl by dt. L is vector quantity. So L dl by dt. This L put here vector quantity. dl by dt. This is equal to tau. Thank you.